Hi, welcome back to Holly Hobbies. Love is in the air, and what a better way to celebrate Valentine's Day than with a cute and whimsical DIY wreath. Today I'm going to show you how to make an adorable Valentine gnome wreath with 6-inch deco mesh and ribbon that will add a touch of charm to your home decor. So grab your crafting supplies and let's get started on this fun and festive gnome wreath. Hi, welcome back to Holly Hobbies. Today we're going to be doing another Valentine wreath design, but this time we're going to use the 6-inch mesh from the Dollar Tree. And I have a few of these, 3 rolls of each color, and we're going to see how many we're going to use. I have this really cute sign that I found at the Dollar Tree. I thought it was so pretty. It's got the pink iridescent border there. And we have a bundle of their roses. These are the fuchsia pink. And I have some various ribbon that we're going to use in this design as well. And some pipe cleaners, 14-inch wire wreath frame, and a couple felt scraps that are going to help us connect our pipe cleaners to our sign. So let's get started. So we're going to take our 6-inch mesh. This is from the Dollar Tree. And we're going to cut these into strips that we're going to roll and make little bundles. So we're going to take our 2 rolls here. These are 6-inch rolls from the Dollar Tree. And we're going to stack them on each other and cut them at the same time. And that's going to save us a little time. And we're going to cut these into 6-inch strips. And I'm just going to use my mat here. And it doesn't have to be perfect. It doesn't have to be exact. And we're going to cut these into 6 inches until we get this whole roll, this roll cut up here. So I'm going to keep going and we'll get all of these cut. We're going to take our pipe cleaners and cut them in half. So I have my pipe cleaners cut in half, and we're going to start making little bundles that we're going to add to our 14-inch wire wreath frame. So we're going to be making these 2 different combinations here, these little bundles. This one has 2 pink and a white. This one has 2 white and a pink and a piece of ribbon. So let me show you how we're going to do the different combinations. So let's do the ones with the 2 pink and a white. So we're going to get our half pipe cleaner and we're going to bend it in half and have it ready for us. And we're going to take our pink and we're going to roll it into a tube. We're just rolling it into a tube. And we're putting that, putting that right inside our fingers like that. And now we're taking our white, rolling it into a tube, and we're clamping that right there. And it's squeezing it in the middle, so it's going to make it easier for us when we put our pipe cleaner around it. And now we're taking our pink tube and we're squeezing that right in between our fingers. So we're going to take our pipe cleaner here. We're going to slide it right over the top there, flip it upside down, and now you can give it a couple nice tight twists towards the base of that bundle. And so we've made a bundle with 2 pink and 1 white. So let's do the same thing with our ribbon now. We're going to cut our ribbon into a 9-inch piece. And that's 3 inches longer than our mesh. And let's go ahead and do a dovetail at the bottom. We're going to fold it in half, fold it in half again, and from the open corner at an angle, we're going to cut. And then that did the 2 dovetails at the same time. So with the one with the ribbon is always going to be 2 whites and a pink. So let's get our pipe cleaner, make it into our V. And we're going to roll our white and putting it in our 2 fingers like that, squeezing it in between our fingers in the middle of that mesh. And our next roll, squeezing that in our fingers. And now we're going to take our white, rolling it and squeezing that, and we're going to take our ribbon and squeezing that right there, making it nice and even in our fingers. Going to take our V pipe cleaner, put it right over that top there, flipping it upside down, bending it in half, and giving it a couple tight twists towards the base. And now we have, this one has our 2 white and our pink and our ribbon. So we're going to continue that same pattern, and we're going to make 2 different piles. We'll do one more with the 2 pink. And we're just going to have 2 different variations of our bundles. 2 pink and 1 white, 2 white and 1 pink with the ribbon. So we're just going to keep going through all this mesh. And I'm not sure how many rolls that we're going to end up using, but I have 3 of each color right now to start with. And this is 2 pink and a white, so we are not going to need the ribbon. We're going to take our pipe cleaner, put it over the top there, and bending it in half upside down and twisting it right towards that base of our bundle there. So let's just keep going in that same fashion until we have piles of each ones, and we're going to alternate those piles on our wreath frame. So I'm going to keep going until we have till we finish this whole roll here. And I better get some of this ribbon prepped and ready for my other piles. This will be our 9 inches. Let's do a few. So I'm going to keep going and get this all prepped here. I love this ribbon. It has a little wired edge to it. It's so pretty with the stripes, the pink and white stripes. So very simply, we are just making rolls. Very easy. Just roll, 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 clamping your finger, and a roll, roll, roll. 6 inches, just make a perfect amount to roll over on itself. And that's 2 whites and a pink. So this one, I'm gonna need my ribbon. Placing my V over the top. And coming upside down. And giving it a couple twists here. And there we go. And that's with our ribbon. And it's going to look really pretty when we start adding these into our design. So let me keep going with my 2 separate piles here. So now I have my 2 different piles, my 2 white and 1 pink with the ribbon, and my 2 pink with 1 white with no ribbon. And now we're going to get ready to figure out our design. So we're going to start attaching our bundles, and we're going to alternate between the one with the ribbon and the one without the ribbon. And with our wreath frame, we have 4 bars, and we're going to be connecting. I always name them from the outside going in, 1, 2, 3, and 4. We're going to connect them around the 2 and the 3 around our design. So I'm going to start with one of my bundles with the ribbon. I'm going to go around the 2 and the 3. I'll flip it over so you can see what I'm doing. And I'm just going to give that a good twist right in the center there. And we're going to twist it all the way to the end, and then when we're done, we can go ahead and flip it towards the inside of our design. So that one has the ribbon, and now this is the 2 pink and the 1 white. And so far we just cut up and rolled up 1 roll of each color, and we'll add these, and then we'll cut some more and add that. So I'm going around the bar and I'm pulling that down. And now I'm going to my one with the ribbon, and I'm just going to keep going, alternating patterns. And we're going to make it really nice and full. It's going to be really pretty when we get all of this added. Let me add. That one had the ribbon. Let's do one with no ribbon, and then we'll move over into that next section. And once we get our sign added, then we can add more if we want to, but I'm going to leave that. I'm going to push that towards the crossbar and leave that like that is. And look how pretty that's going to look. And then we're going to be fluffing out our ribbon part later. All right. So now we're going to add the one with the ribbon. And we're just going to keep doing it. I'm starting a fresh section. The sections are in between the crossbars here, and then I'll let you know how many I do per section. So far I've added 9 onto that section right there, and then that other one I had 3 added. We did 3. So this one section is 9, and you can see how beautiful and full that looks. So I'm going to keep going, and you saw how I was upside down with my wreath frame. It just is easier for me to add them that way. So I'm going to keep adding the rest of the ones that we have prepped into this next section. So this is what I have so far with the 1 roll of each color prepped on the 14-inch wire wreath frame. So I'm going to go ahead and cut and prep another roll of bundles, and we're going to keep adding. So now I've cut and bundled up 1 more roll of each color in our different combination patterns, and I'm going to continue adding those to our frame here. And so far we had 9. We're fitting pretty good per section, making it nice and full. So I'm going to continue doing that same. So far I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That one has the ribbon. And I just find it easier just to leave it upside down. Here's 7. And I'm twisting and then bending it towards the inside. Here's 8. And so far we've just cut up 4 rolls of mesh, 2 rolls of white and 2 rolls of pink. All right, so there's our 9th in our next section. And look at how pretty that is. And we'll still have time to fluff out our ribbon. So if you don't see it super fluffy, that's okay. We haven't done anything with it yet. All right. So I cut up another roll of each color because I decided I'm going to change what I was going to do with this design. But what I was going to do with it was I was going to slide this in like that and do a wreath like that, something a little different. But now I feel like I want to go all the way around with this mesh and then do something with the sign more floating on top. I'm going to see if I'm going to use this sign or if it's going to be too big and I need to get another one. So I'm going to continue with my bundles and I'm going to work it all the way around. And remember, we're doing 9 bundles per section and we're alternating our different colors, one with the 2 pink and the white, and then the 2 white with the pink and the ribbon. So I'm going to continue with my bundles and until I make it through these last few sections. All right, so I'm almost finished. I have one section left and I ran out of ribbon. So had to go down to Hobby Lobby and I got the very last roll here of the pink and white striped. So I'm going to finish this section and I've had a change of plans. Originally, I was going to use this sign and it's just too big for this wreath. I mean, you could do something like that, but it's too heavy. It's too big. It really needs to be on a 16 or 18 inch wire wreath frame. So you could do the same technique on a bigger wreath frame and this would just be beautiful. But so I had to do a change of plans here and I found this sign at the Dollar Tree and I thought it was really cute and that it would go great with this design. We can either do something off to the side with a ribbon, we could do it in the middle, and I also picked up a bouquet of these, which I thought they match the same color as the little hearts on the hat, and I thought we can add some of these if we wanted to as some accents on our wreath, but we'll figure that out later. And I also had picked up this, which I thought would be pretty if we painted it or used the backside and did the Mod Podge with some pretty napkin that would look good on there. But for this design, I'm definitely going to use this. I think that's just gonna look super cute. This would be a great Easter colors for an Easter wreath as well, with a really cute Easter sign. So that I'm gonna leave that up to you how you want to do your sign, but we're getting a nice foundation with our wreath and we can really do a lot of different things. So I'm gonna cut up a few more ribbon. We might make a bow. We'll just see how it goes. A lot of these designs we are doing as we go along and we just don't know how it's going to end up. But we do have this one last section that we're going to do with 9 of our bundles. So I'm going to keep that going here. And we're doing our ribbon in the 9-inch sections here. And we're alternating our bundles with 2 pink and a white and 2 white and 1 pink with ribbon. Oh, this was another sign that I thought I found in my sign stash, but I don't really like that with that. So just play around and find the one that you really screams to you, and so far it's going to be this cute little gnome. So I'm going to keep going with some more bundles here, and let's do a couple more bundles together. So we're going to dovetail fold this in half. We're going to fold it over in half, and we're going to slice that at an angle. And that one didn't dovetail very good. Let me do that more of an angle there. And all right. So let's do 2 whites and a pink. So we have our 6 inches and we're rolling it. And we're putting that in our finger. You know what? I'm going to use these other pieces here. They look a lot better. That was getting towards the end of the roll there. Okay, here we go. So we're rolling this. And we are just putting that right in our finger. This one has a little straggler. We'll put that off. And we're taking our pink and we're rolling that. Putting that right inside our finger, our 2 fingers there. And we're taking our next white and we're putting that. And then we're putting our piece of ribbon right there and everything. We have our Chanel stem. We have it bent, half of it bent into a V. And we stick that right over the top. And we give it a good couple twists. So that's the one with the ribbon. And then the other one is 2 pinks and a white. And these bundles get really fun to make. It's a great way to use up your 6-inch mesh. Sometimes you look at it and you think, what the heck do I do with that? And there's a lot of different things that you can do, but this is one technique which looks really neat when you put all those bundles on the wreath frame. And the way we're alternating the colors, it just gives it a really nice look. So I'm going to make 9 of these and we're going to attach it to that last section. So now I've made 9 more bundles that we're going to add in that same alternating pattern around the number 2 and the 3 bar. And we're doing 9 per section. And I just like to flip it upside down. I feel like it's a lot easier. You know where they're going. You don't need to keep flipping it around, up and around and up and around. You just keep it upside down and you're putting 9 on. There's 2 and we're alternating, and you see how pretty this is looking. It's getting really full and fluffy, and it's just a beautiful design with this 6-inch mesh. So we have 2, 4, this is 5. It's starting to get tight and wants to stick to each other, but just squeeze them in there. There's 6. 4, 5. There's 6. And that one is the one with no ribbon. Now we need a ribbon. There's 7. And we have 2 more. There's 8. And the last one we're going to squeeze in here, which is our 9th one, which will complete our bundles for this wreath. We have 6 sections with 9 bundles per section, so we have a total of 54. And these can get moved over here. You just kind of even out your bundles on your sections here, so we don't have any gaps in our wreath. You could slide them around. See how those are all bunched up right there? Just kind of space all your bundles out. And you flip it over and look at our gorgeous, gorgeous, full and fluffy wreath. Now you can go ahead and make sure that all your ribbons are out, and this is wired ribbon, so you could just curl it around your finger. Make sure all your ribbon is coming out of the wreath and not stuck in there. So we're just going to go around, just kind of curling it around your finger. It gives it that cute, pretty look. See, like this one, it was hiding. Pull that one up and around. So we're just going to go around, get all that ribbon out, and see why we did every other one, because it would just be too much. That just gives it the nice little accent that we need. Some of it likes to hide. We just got to get it pulled out. All right. Go. Shake it out. All right, so there we have our full and gorgeous wreath design here. So like I said before, it's up to you. You can do any sign of your choice. And we are going to do this cute little sign here. And we can either do it off to the side, which I don't want to do it off to the side because I don't want to take away from this gorgeous curled ribbons that we added. That's just going to cover that up. So we're going to do this one right smack in the middle of our design. So I'm going to turn my hot glue gun on. We're going to prep, and we might add some of these. I also have them in white as well. I just think they're so cute from the Dollar Tree. We have these. We might add a few in our design. I'm not quite sure. We could take them off. We can hot glue, do something like that, which I think would be really cute. Something like that in the ribbons, or just wherever you want to add them. So you could see we could just do a few little accents, and I think that would be really cute. Even this has that iridescent and it matches the hat, so cute. Just gives it a little pop of color. So let me heat my glue gun up. We'll get our sign prepped and we're almost ready to wrap up this design. So I have these little hearts here and I like this one. They were on a little packet here. I like this one. It has the pink in the middle and this one is not quite so red. It's more on the orangey side. So I think that's going to look really nice there with our design. So I'm going to add that and cover the hole. And put all these back. These are all for my little Valentine gnome hats, little hat accents. I do different ones. If you haven't seen those tutorials, I have the Christmas, Valentines, and St. Patrick's Day gnomes. Their tutorials are on my YouTube channel. Actually, there's one right here. This is one right here because I had to, he needs his beard combed out, but see, I have a little accent I use for the hats. So we're going to attach, I have 2 pieces of floral wire bent in half, and we are going to hot glue those on the back of the sign and put a felt scrap right on top, and that's going to give it some extra reinforcement there. And put that one right on top as well. So we're just waiting on this glue gun to heat up here. I have my Sure Bonder, my cordless glue gun, which is my absolute favorite glue gun. You can see it's very used. I'm actually going to order another one because I put this one through the ringer, even though it's still a great gun. It just doesn't look very pretty in the pictures. But it's a cordless glue gun, and all of the links to my favorite crafting supplies you will find in the description box of all my tutorials. And we'll just add that felt right on top there, and that's just going to make sure that wire is not going anywhere. So we're going to let that dry, and then we're going to connect our sign. We might add some accents or we might not. Let's just see how this looks when we get our sign added. So we're going to bend up our floral wire, bring that through the center of our wreath, and we're going to generally place it about where we want our sign to go, and I think that looks really cute right there. We're going to flip it over, and here's our wires, and we're going to gently come through the mesh here, not through the mesh, but just in between the mesh, and we're going to come to that closest bar, and we're just going to give it a couple twists before we do it for good, just to make sure that is where we want the sign. And we're coming in between the mesh. And we'll flip it over. And I really like that. I think that looks super cute. That ribbon on the outside. All right, so we like that where that's at. Move it over a little bit. And so now we're going to flip this over and make sure that this is on here for good. There's a little slack in the wire, so I'm going to tighten it up a little bit. Same with this one. There we go. I'm going to twist it about an inch or so, and we'll get our clippers. We'll clip, we'll bend that wire in half, and then in half towards the wreath. bending that in half and then in half towards the wreath, and we'll flip it over and look at how cute that little gnome looks on our wreath. Now, I just really feel this is just so pretty. I don't want to add a bow or anything else because it's just, this mesh bundles just really stand alone and they're so pretty. So at this point, we can just, if we want to add a few of these little heart accents, you can just get your hot glue and just kind of add a few like that if you want. I'm still debating if I want to do that or not. I do think it would look kind of cute. I don't know. I'm just trying to think, maybe it's going to take away from the design, and I really like that, the way it is with that ribbon coming out, and it just really showcases this wreath. And you could just play around, get your ribbon, the way you want. If you feel like you need to cut it some more, you can do that. Like, some of the ends are getting a little frayed, so the more I handle it, this kind of ribbon, the more it's better to handle it as less as possible. And look at that gorgeous wreath that we made. And this design definitely you can use for any season of the year. You can switch your colors. It's just a great design, a great wreath-based design to use with any sign, any colors, any ribbon of your choice. It's just a really pretty and fun way to use that 6-inch mesh. And you can either, I have these little flowers too. We can, you can always add little accents if you want. We can add a couple little flowers. That looks pretty in there too. I do like that. Wow, see, now I'm getting torn if I want to add any little accents or not. Let me just put these and see what I think. But you get the picture. I mean, it's up to you if you want to do anything like this or not. You can just hot glue them, stick them into your design. That does look, actually, that looks pretty. But I don't think we're going to do that. But you get the picture. You can do a lot of dress it up as much or as little as you want. So I decided I think I want to add some of these little heart flowers that I found at the Dollar Tree, and I think 3 of them would look pretty. Maybe something like maybe add something like that on each side. What do you think? I like that. I think those would be pretty. I just think these are so cute because they match the hat. So what we're going to do is I'm going to make, I kind of like them like that, staggered a little bit. Something like that. And I'm going to add a Chanel stem here. Around this, make like a little bunch. Twist that, and we'll add a little touch of hot glue too, so it stays. And then we're going to going to use this little Chanel stem here to attach it to the wire wreath frame. So I'm just moving it aside. I'm bringing it around this bar here. And we're going to twist it, and then I'll just add a little dab of hot glue to make sure it's going to stay. And it just gives it a little touch there. I like that. I think that looks really pretty. And we can either maybe add a little white. No, let's see here. Maybe add another one right there. We'll do something like that. And put that over. I can just go like this. I see them right there. Twisting them around the bar. Do something like that. And you can always use these too, because they're wire, to go around the bar as well to hold it. There. All right. And I'm going to bend the wires back on themselves. That way when you hang it, it's not going to scratch any surface, and it's giving it nice and secure on there. And then you still have room to adjust these as you want. And we're going to go ahead and flip it over, and I always have a heavy duty zip tie that I use. You can use the wire wreath frame as well to hang it, but this gives you something extra here. And there we go. And you can always finish your back with a piece of felt, piece of cardboard. Here was some cardboard that I had cut on another wreath, and you see I have the hole punch there, and you can just zip tie it to the frame. You could do the same thing with a piece of foam core, a piece of felt. It's a great way to finish your back of a wreath. Also do a placemat, like a round placemat that from the Dollar Tree. Those are a great way to finish your wreath off. And that completes our design today. And I'm so happy that you came to my channel and crafted with me today, and that you'll come back to my channel and craft with me some more. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel, ring that notification bell. You'll stay on top of all my tutorials as they come out. And in the description box down below, you'll find all my favorite crafting supplies and my Amazon affiliate links. You'll also find my social media links. Be sure to tag me on social media and share your designs with me. I love to see your stuff, and I hope you had fun crafting with me today, and that you'll come back to my channel and craft with me some more. Thanks for watching Holly Hobbies, from my heart to yours. And don't forget to subscribe, like, and follow me for more wreath and crafting ideas. Thanks for watching Holly Hobbies, from my heart to yours.